Are mirror neurons important in the way we develop our behaviors? How much are we just repeating the same mistakes just for thinking in ourselves? Why is power so intoxicating to human behavior? These are the questions that are going to help us to reflect and answer why are we seeing so much division, so much conflict, so much discussions in just a matter of disagreeing with some arguments instead of becoming better human beings and start raising our values to create a different kind of society. If history has a real purpose and wants to teach us something, it is the things that we should avoid and improve the quality of being a human being. If evolution also is really moving forward, we should be raising and advancing in our values, in love, in compassion, in empathy, and not just in the commodities or technology. In your own life, how do you apply your influence and power to benefit just you, or do you help and serve the community? Those questions are going to help us to also reflect about the power of becoming a much better human being. Researchers have been figuring out what is happening and why high power individuals don't really have a lot of emotions in terms of the values, in terms of how other people are going to think about the benefit of the common wealth, the common growing of a community, or they are just going to be benefiting themselves, as we have seen. And this is the perfect example that we can just everyone agree on, that this pandemic, these lockdown measures, this imposition to vaccinate us, and all of those things are just being driven by the intoxicating effect of power from these trillionaires that are just manipulating society as they want. Many things that start developing in the way we act start with those mirror neurons. And it is not difficult to think about that, because when we are children, we start learning things by watching. We start learning things by replicating. So if we watch people, parents, family that are just doing inhumane or evil behavior, we are going to grow up with those examples. We are going to replicate that. If in our family it is fostered the way that we should be ambitious and we should win everything and we should be wealthy, but not the values of sharing, not the values of collaborating, not the values of thinking about other people, then what is going to happen? We are just going to create more and more power-driven individuals. And that is what is promoted in many of the institutions of society, such as the education system, such as the trends, such as all the garbage that we can see in the platforms, in the news, in the media. And that's why we are being just programmed to develop the same kind of behavior for the ones that have skills, and they are detected, and they are separated, and they are ingrained more and more this kind of ambitious behavior in order to create more power, more division, and start building a bubble of material wealth, but with empty values. That is the type of a society that we are just creating. We are in the verge of dividing the things into the ones that are going to cultivate human values. We are going to grow as collaborative people, communities, and we are going to expand. And the other part is just going to create the bubble of wealth, the bubble of things that they can enjoy, the bubble of things that they can take advantage of, and they are not going to think, of course, of the benefit for all the people. They are just going to being driven by this ambitious capacity of accumulating wealth as they have done it. And what can we do in order to change those kind of behaviors in the next generations, in the people that is around us, and in the community that we have? The best way to start helping the people around you to grow is by growing yourself, is by worrying about replicating values that resonate with people, serving, helping, sharing, collaborating, and creating access for all kinds of social classes so that they can enjoy the information, so that they can know what they can do in terms of your specialty, in terms of the things that you can start teaching them, and also in terms of the things that you can create in a group of people that is driven towards saving our beautiful planet, that it is giving us signs and signs that we are just depleting resources. We are still very unconscious of the things, of the simple things that we can do. And instead of doing that, we could just look at our own bodies and how they work, all the organs and the intercommunication, all the sharing experiences that and signals that they give and take. And doing that, nature, animals, any kind of living being is giving us examples, but we are too narrow-minded to watch them, to pay attention and to apply them, because we are always thinking in our benefit. And if we don't change that mindset, very soon the resources are going to be depleted, as we are seeing. And more climate change it's going to come, because it is clear the species that is not going to evolve to share, it is us. It is the humans. We are creating more conflict than help. We are creating more division than collaboration. So if we really have an opportunity to change the course of events, to change history, it is by raising values. It is by sharing knowledge. It is by trying to help children to have a different image of what they can do, to start learning to respect nature, to start learning to give before they ask, to start appreciating, to start being grateful for what they have, and to start using their wisdom in order to help others, not just themselves. That's the only way that we are going to rescue whatever is left right now, but we can reverse the damage if we start really thinking about those kind of values. If we keep replicating behaviors, if we keep competing, if we keep being just materially ambitious, then the consequence is clear also. We are seeing it, and more things are going to happen very quickly because we don't seem to understand. This just was a lesson that was generated by our own karma, by our own, not for everyone of course, but from this kind of spheres of high power, the evil thinking. So if you don't want to be in those kind of scaffolds of human development, if we can call it like that, you can start raising your own values, raising the bar, giving different examples for people, and collaborating with other individuals that resonate with you, that do things that can expand the things that you are doing, and creating more value for people that need this kind of information, and people that are confused, are many times hopeless, and many times they need that hand that many of us can give just by sharing. Because what is knowledge for? It is to share. What is wealth for? It is to share. What is the experience? It is to share for. If you just take it with you, if you just use it to your own benefit, I don't think you are doing a very intelligent behavior. And not even the lowest species in terms of traits, in terms of abilities, do that. Not even a virus does that. Viruses collaborate with each other to survive also. So we should learn about all of the things that we are having in front of ourselves and we are not seeing because we are too selfish. I hope I helped you to reflect about that. I hope more people start gathering, start resonating, start helping, so that we can really grow instead of just discussing stupid arguments about who vaccinates, who doesn't, or things that they are just creating to make noise and to create more chaos, because they have discovered that we are so weak that just with a fake news we are going to react and we are going to fight and we are going to divide. That's all that they have to do. So if you are more intelligent, you will criticize more, you will raise your curiosity, and you will raise your awareness to have much better human values. Thank you very much for paying attention. Thank you, Paul, for being here. Have a great Sunday afternoon and a great beginning of the week. We will see each other on our next live broadcast. Bye.